morning. My name is Clarice Perkins. I'm the dietitian for Wise Women. We ready to get cooking?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. My name is Shakara Beecham, Wise Woman Coordinator and Social Worker here at the Mobile County Health Department. I'm super excited for y'all to join us. Y'all are in for a real treat. This is our first virtual cooking demonstration, and I'm going to hand it over to Clarice Perkins, and she's going to show you all how to meal prep to stay on your healthy goals. There you go, Clarice.
All right, so our theme today is Meal Prep Mondays. And what we're making is we've got sweet and spicy glazed chicken thighs. We've got rosemary roasted potatoes, and we've got some Parmesan asparagus. So I think you guys will like this. We'll start with the chicken. You're gonna need some skinless, boneless chicken thighs. We've got some black pepper. We've got some cayenne pepper. Oh, excuse me. We've got garlic powder, paprika, and some brown sugar. So we'll start by opening up our chicken thighs. These are just our basic chicken thighs. Nothing special or fancy. Keeping it easy. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wanna have some sort of cutting board or clean space and just pull them on out. I like to unfold them. I think they cook a little bit quicker that way. Now the fat that you see on the chicken is going to be the saturated fat that we've talked about before. The fat that we want to cut off, not eat, avoid as much as we can for cholesterol. So if you can see the fat on here and you can trim it off, go ahead and do that. They should be pretty skinless. Okay. So have some paper towels with you. So we are going to pat these chicken thighs dry. Shakar is laughing at me. Do it on the other side as well. I'd say start with the chicken because these are going to take probably the longest to cook. I love chicken thighs. I find that they are super affordable, easy to cook. They're already in small pieces. Just love it. Okay, so you're going to take your spices. Now I've got brown sugar here. If you have diabetes and you want a lower sugar option, I find that coconut sugar is a good choice. It's not sugar free, but it does have less sugar, but it still kind of has that brown sugar taste to it. So we've got about a quarter cup of brown sugar, and we're going to do half a teaspoon of all of your spices. I'm an eyeball kind of gal, so we're just gonna sprinkle it all in together so you're mixing your spices together. Shakara's nervous, I'm gonna make it too spicy. And the black pepper, you can kind of do as little or as much of as you want. The recipe says a teaspoon. Now all of these recipes today, we aren't using any salt because we really want to be careful with that sodium for your blood pressure. But I made this yesterday and I thought it was very good, and my husband thought it was very good. So he did not miss the salt. I didn't miss the salt. So this is great for that blood pressure as well. Okay, so you mix it up. You might have a spoon. I used a finger. But you'll take these seasonings, and what you'll do is you will press it onto your chicken thighs. Just like this. Don't do too much on the first side because we want to do both sides of the chicken thighs. Flipping them over to do the other side. smiling because I already know how good these are. What are they saying?
They're saying good morning.
Good morning. Okay. So y'all know that I'm a big fan of cooking spray. I have encouraged this instead of too much butter or oil. It just helps cut back on that fat. Again, we're looking out for your heart. So spray your pan. This is the olive oil spray. This is the one that I use at home. I like the Great Value. It's fine for me. And this has already been hot, so you want like a medium heat for these. And we are just gonna lay them down. The sizzle is good. I just take the extra seasoning, just kind of push it back over. Waste not. All right, so while those are cooking, I'm gonna start on the potatoes, but first I'm gonna wash the chickens off my hands. We gotta be food safe, so I'll be right back.
Okay, while she's doing that, I want to let you all know about Wise Woman. It's an amazing program we have here at the Mobile County Health Department. It's women who are 40 to 64 years old with no health insurance. And before COVID, we would have monthly activities every single month. We would do things like this. We would exercise. We would go dancing. We just have fun with the ladies. But typically, since we're not doing that now, we try to be very creative, and now we're having our virtual cooking demonstration, okay? Now, for those who are tuning in, you have a chance to be part of our drawings, our giveaways. To do so, in the comment section, make sure you type something maybe positive or encouraging. If you have any questions, you can put that in the comment section. If you have any suggestions on what we should do the next time, put that in the comment section. That will allow you to be placed in our drawing. Now, to increase those chances, make sure you also share this video, this live video. You have until Tuesday, March 23rd at 11:59 p.m. to do so. So if you're watching this after the live, you still have a chance to do so. Again, make sure you comment to be placed in the drawing. Something positive, something encouraging, a suggestion that we should do next time, or if you have any questions for Clarice and what we're doing today. And to increase those chances, also make sure you share as well. All right, back to Clarice.
All right. Okay. Oh my gosh, I wish y'all could smell this. It smells very good. It smells very good. This is not hot, Shakara. This one isn't hot. Oh, I got it. Okay, so next we'll do the potatoes. These are rosemary roasted red potatoes. So I don't have an oven, so we're just gonna do it on a skillet. I love a potato. I think a lot of people are scared of potatoes, but I find that potatoes, again, are very affordable. They're easy, and you can do them 100 different ways. So mine will be on the skillet. If we're roasting these, you want your oven to be on about 425. I'm cutting them up, kind of dicing them. I say two so you could see. Cut in half. And half again. And I even do one more time. Potatoes always seem to take forever, so the smaller you cut them, the quicker it will take. I also like to do oven roasted French fries if you wanted to cut them in like a French fry shape. You could even do a hash brown. It's all just different versions of kind of the same thing. And that's why I like potatoes. These are red potatoes. Again, you could do any potato that you wanted. A sweet potato is going to have a little bit more of that beta carotene, those good vitamins in it. But at the end of the day, the carbs The starch is going to be the same, gives you that good energy that we want. Okay, so we've got our potatoes. We've also got some garlic. I like to crush a bit with the blade. Let me just kind of chop it down. I like garlic. Garlic's great for your heart, so we love that. The recipe said 2 cloves. I used 4. So, Shakara, I hope you like garlic as well.
Yeah.
Okay. So you'll take the garlic, just pour it in. Excellent. We'll grab our olive oil and our pepper. Okay. So I like to drizzle just a bit on the potatoes. I like the olive oil flavor that it'll give, but I will still spray the pan with the cooking spray because, again, we don't want to be frying in an oil. That's not what we want. We've got some rosemary here. This says 1 teaspoon. Again, just a liberal pour. This rosemary smells very good too. Kind of toss it around a bit. So you can see, hopefully, that these look pretty good. I'm going to add the pepper once they're on the skillet and kind of spread out a bit.
I wish I could smell it.
I know, I really wish y'all could smell it. I hope y'all are cooking with me because, All right, we want all the garlic. We'll spread them out a bit. And then we'll grab our pepper. I'm a peppery gal. I like the pepper. And again, I find that the garlic and the rosemary, the potatoes themselves, even the olive oil adds so much flavor that I'm not wishing that I had salt. So we can do it without the salt. Now, if you do like a salty flavor, you can grab a no salt. I've heard that a lot of women like that. That's kind of like a Splenda for salt. It's going to give you that flavor without all that sodium in it. All right. Ooh, y'all, this chicken is looking so good. It's kind of becoming like a glaze. Ooh, just flipping them over. I mean, do we see this? That looks so good.
And smell good.
Now, if you have a thermometer, you want your chicken to be done around 165. That's when you know it's nice and finished. All right, so the last thing we're going to work on is the asparagus. This is easy peasy. I love this roasted. Again, we're doing these on skillets. You can do them on skillets. You can pop them in the oven. This is easy to do both. You will do it at the same temperature as the potatoes. About halfway through, so if you're roasting, you'll do potatoes about 20 to 25 minutes. I like them nice and crispy. About halfway through, kind of flip them around, just so they're kind of even. All right, so asparagus. You can chop this up small. I like a longer asparagus. This knife is really making me work, y'all. Spray, then when it's pressed. And kind of like the potatoes, I'm going to put the asparagus on the skillet. Ooh, it looks so pretty. And then I'm going to put the pepper just because it makes it easier for it to be even. So we now let this cook. The chicken's about done. The potatoes and the asparagus are just starting. Now, when the asparagus gets close to done, you sprinkle some Parmesan on it to add some flavor. Again, this is going to have a good bit of sodium in it because it's a cheese. Not a good bit, but you want to be careful with how much you're using. That's another reason that we don't want to be adding salt, because these seasonings and other flavors are going to give enough of that sodium that we don't need extra. I'll spin this around. Alright. So really, for the rest of it, you're mostly just waiting. You're waiting for it to be done. Now, for this whole meal, Shakara did the grocery shopping.
I did.
She said it cost her about $15 to buy the food for this meal. So when we break that up into doing 4 or 5 days worth, if we're going to do this for 5 days, that's only $3 a day. A lot of this you might already have at home. You might already have the olive oil spray or the olive oil or pepper. So it might not even cost you that much. So I get a lot of women saying it's expensive to eat healthy, it's expensive to prep these foods. I did have some of this stuff laid out. I know that saves me some time, but it's 10:17. You know, I mean, 15 minutes and the hard work is done. It's mostly just waiting for this to be done, packaging it up, and then you're good to go. I packaged mine up yesterday. Again, I made this for myself. I'm actually eating this. Put it in my little WISEWOMAN container. And what I did is I have my chicken and my potatoes at the top, and then I filled the bottom with the asparagus. So this is cold, it's not fresh, so this one's much prettier than mine. But that kind of shows you how to use the container and how to do the portion sizes so that we're kind of eating the right amount of each food. Now, for those of you that I've talked more specifically about nutrition, I also did the nutrition facts for this meal. So total for this meal, saturated fat is going to be about 6 grams. That's going to be about 30% of what you want for the day, which is perfect because lunch is one meal. 30%, that's right on it. For sodium, we've got about 483 milligrams of sodium. I've encouraged you guys to aim for 600 or less per meal, looking for about 300 milligrams or less on those food labels. This definitely fits well within that, and you're not compromising on any sort of flavor. For protein, we've got about 29 grams, which is perfect. I typically say let's aim for 20 to 30 grams of protein at a meal. We're at 29. This should keep you nice and full throughout the rest of the day. Carbs, if you're doing the regular brown sugar, carbs for this meal is going to be about 43 grams. Typically tell my patients with diabetes you want to stay about 45 grams or less. And that's with potatoes and with brown sugar. So again, potatoes, you want a portion size to be about the size of your fist. If you're using your WISEWOMAN container, that's the small little container slots at the top. Blood sugar should stay nice and even because we've got that good protein. Also got lots of healthy fats. So I do think that this can be a good way to enjoy the foods that everyone's told me they've liked. Maybe it's a different type of flavor. Maybe you haven't tried cooking asparagus before. So hopefully this gives you guys some good ideas of ways to meal prep and get ready for your week. Do we have any questions?
Okay, while y'all coming up with some questions for Clarice, I want to reiterate to increase your chances of winning the air fryer, the pots and pans, produce vouchers, and all that good stuff. Make sure you comment maybe questions, some suggestions on what you'd like us to do the next time, anything encouraging, and to increase those chances, also make sure you share on your page this video. And you have until Tuesday, March 23rd, 11:59 p.m. actually, to do so. And I will inbox you by Friday if you want any of the items. Again, that's the air fryer, pots and pans, produce vouchers, and so many more.
These potatoes would be very good in an air fryer.
Yeah, actually one lady suggested we do an air fryer cooking demo.
Honestly, you could do the same thing. You could do exactly what I just did and pop it in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Let me see if they got any questions.
Looks so good. This looks better than the one I made yesterday.
One also suggested with the pressure cooker for the next demo class.
Oh, I thought you meant for this meal. I was like, wouldn't put this in a pressure cooker. Yeah, like an Instant Pot. Those are really nice and easy too. I love those when it's really cold outside because you can make a lot of hot foods and stuff like that. But it's also really good for meats, really quick. You can even do oatmeal and stuff like that in an Instant Pot. So that's a good idea. We'll think of some recipes on that.
Are there any questions? She wants you to repeat the asparagus recipe.
Asparagus. So you would put this in the same oven as your potatoes. If you're doing it on a skillet, that's fine. Oven would be about 425. Wash your asparagus, chop off the ends. If you're gonna put this in the oven, I would toss it in some olive oil, kind of like we did the potatoes. I put some black pepper on here. Now I'm just waiting for it to cook. When I'm getting towards the end, I'm gonna sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it. You could do this. I also really like the shaved Parmesan that you'll find kind of in the deli section, that type of thing. This is something that I like crispy, so I would cook it a little bit longer, maybe about 20 minutes. If you don't like things crispy, about 15 minutes or so. Just want to kind of toss it around when you're halfway through. Super easy stuff, super easy stuff. If you don't like asparagus, you could substitute quite literally anything else. You could do broccoli. I love Brussels sprouts. You could do roasted peppers. You could do a salad if you don't want a hot veggie. You could really make this your own. There's so many ways to do this.
Another suggestion was chicken, enchiladas, and veg.
Love some enchiladas. I also love like a Mexican casserole type. Those are great for meal prep. You just kind of pop them in the oven, split it up. My husband's doing he did a casserole type meal prep yesterday. So big fan of that. That's a good idea. Do y'all eat stuff like this? Would you eat something like this?
They're asking for the recipe. I will be sharing it on our WISEWOMAN page later.
Yeah.
You get the recipe.
Smell the garlic now too. Can you see in the pan? No. Well, you can see once you start cooking this, the like sugary glaze, it really gets like kind of thick like a glaze. Oh my God, it is so good. You can like, is it lunchtime?
Yes, they love it. Because they love the recipes and the meal choices.
Well, again, this is, I mean, to me, this is like good eating for lunch for $3 a day. I mean, I'm downtown. I know I can't find anything for $3 a day.
Yeah, and another thing with meal prepping is if you're reaching a health goal, like trying to lose weight, like the best thing to do is to meal prep. I mean,
Yeah.
fix your meals on a Sunday, have them done for Monday through Friday, and that way when you're hungry during the day, you're not rushing to get something quick, fast, which is pretty much unhealthy. You have your meal prepared for you.
Yeah, I mean, if you have spoken with me on the phone, I am a big advocate for planning. The more prepared you can be, the more likely it's going to happen. And this works differently for different people. I work at the health department, so I'm here Monday through Friday. I prepare my lunch and breakfast on Sunday. So yesterday I started cooking, because like I said, I cooked this yesterday too. Started cooking around 2 o'clock. I was done with both meals with waiting time. I'm not like over it the whole time, but like an hour and a half. And that sounds like a good bit of time, but it's, I mean, that small amount of time saves me all week. All I do is, you know, put it in a container, put that container in the dishwasher when it's done. You know, cut up the breakfast, put the plate in the dishwasher when it's done. And that way I know I'm having something good, something that I want to be putting in my body, and I'm not rushing. I'm not like, oh my God, I'm starving, I have to go through a drive-through. I can just trust that I kind of took care of myself at the beginning of the week.
Exactly. All right, ladies, thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you are in the Wise Women program, hopefully you enjoyed this, and we're going to continue to do something like this. So if you have any suggestions, again, put it in the comment section. And like I said, we'll also increase your chances to, so make sure you share this video as well. And we will see you all next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.